Miyetti Allah attacks Governor Akeredolu for signing anti-open grazing bill into law. Well, good day, ladies and gentlemen, and you're welcome back to Gleanful. This is the right platform for you where you get updated what's happening in Nigeria, in Africa, and in the world at large. Well, we all know that the governor of Ondo State and the leader of the South-West Governors Forum, Rotimi Akeredolu, has signed the anti-open grazing bill into law for his state. This stops all Fulani herdsmen from grazing openly in Ondo State. And say a ranch will be established, or a ranch is being established as we speak, whereby these cattle can graze there without disrupting or interrupting other people's farmland in Ondo State. Well, the Miyetti Allah attacked Governor Akeredolu for signing anti-open grazing bill into law. The group said that they will not accept Akeredolu's new order banning grazing in Ondo State. The governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, has been condemned by the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria. This comes after he signed the anti-open grazing bill into law. Recall that the governor had on Tuesday signed the anti-open grazing bill into law to prohibit the open grazing of cattle in the state and to curb insecurity in the state. Akeredolu said he assented to the bill in line with the resolution of the Southern Governors Forum at its last meeting in Lagos, where the governor set September 1st as the deadline for signing of the anti-open grazing bill into law. But in an interview on Thursday on Arise TV, the Miyetti Allah Secretary General Usman Baba accused the Ondo State House of Assembly of not following due process in making the anti-open grazing law. He stated that none of the MACBAN members was invited for a public hearing and to make input to the law before it was signed by the governor. Baba disclosed that the state government failed to establish the ranches before the implementation of the law banning open grazing in the state. He, however, asked the Ondo State government to learn from Benue, where the same law has not brought peace to the state 4 years after it was signed. The MACBAN scribe added that the anti-open grazing law has further aggravated the insecurity situation affecting the state. He said, "We were civilized people and we know that the responsibility of making laws lies in the state of House Assemblies, and we know that once a law is made by the State House of Assemblies and assented to by the governors, that becomes law, whether we like it or not, whether good or bad. But there are processes to be followed in making laws. Those processes are get all stakeholders through public hearing, hear them, know how the law is going to solve their problem. But has this been done in making the anti-open grazing law? It has never been done. In most of the states, none of our members have been invited for a public hearing and make input to law, and this law is done to affect us 100%, to affect our members 100%. We are part of the critical stakeholders that are supposed to be invited to hear our views and protect our position and that of the government of the state where we exist. So we will wait and see how this law is going to be implemented, but I would like to draw the attention of Ondo to Benue, where a law has been put in place. Go and appraise the Benue law. Has it succeeded in bringing peace to Benue? It has never succeeded in bringing peace to Benue. Rather, it has further aggravated the situation to become worse day in, day out. Law are supposed to bring harmony and understanding in a community. Well, this is the General Secretary of the Miyetti Allah talking about how this law in Benue State has not brought peace. Instead, it has brought disruption and more crisis. He's asking Akeredolu Rotimi to go and learn from Benue State, saying that he should have called most of the cattle breeders or called them to sit and have a public hearing to hear their thoughts and hear how they can coexist, instead of just signing the bill without involving them or calling them for any form of discussion. Well, I think what the Rotimi Akeredolu did is not bad, because these herdsmen have been causing lots of issues and there is no need to seek for their opinion at a point like this. They have been going around the Yoruba land, going around Ibadan West and so many places in the Yoruba land, killing people, kidnapping people, raping women, and also abducting people. Entering your farmland, they will take their cows and graze on your farmland without any fear, because of why they feel that the person ruling the country comes from the same ethnicity with them. So they have the permission or the right to move wherever they want to move in Nigeria freely and graze on people's farmland, people's source of livelihood freely. So I don't think there's any need to call them to action or to call them for any form of discussion, because this is not proper. What they are doing is not proper. So now what the Miyetti Allah is saying is not supposed to be. I think what Akeredolu did is right. A ranch should be established. I support that. A ranch should be established where this herdsmen can take their cattle to and graze there without interfering or disrupting the livelihood or the source of income of some farmers. If the ranch is established, the herdsmen take their cattle there and the problem will be solved. Well, September 1st was the deadline, and Akeredolu has led by signing the anti-open grazing bill into law. So any herdsman that violate this law will be taken to book and will face the full consequences of the law. Well, what are your thoughts and opinions? Leave them down in the comment section below while we move on to the other news. Moving on to the other news, which is Nigeria has become world's capital for corruption, unemployment. Well, a former secretary to the government of the Federation, Chief Olufale, on Sunday decried the worsening insecurity and poor state of Nigerian economy. Fale, who addressed journalists in Akure, Ondo State, said Nigeria had become the corruption and unemployment capital of the world. The elder statesman insisted that if the activities of bandits who were already shooting down military jets were not checked on time, they will soon develop the boldness to negotiate for a control of territories in the country. He added that Nigeria was already at the edge of the cliff. He said, "We are already at the edge of the cliff. The question is, are they going to topple into the abyss below, or are we going to find a way of pulling back from the precipice? This is the question. For us to pull back, there must be a political initiative that will signal that tomorrow will be better than today. If there is no such signal, I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. I don't know." Well, this was said by a former secretary to the government of the Federation. That Nigeria is now the corruption capital and unemployment capital in the world. This is due to the high level of insecurity in Nigeria. If bandits could shoot down a military jet, if these people could go into the #1 military academy in Nigeria, that is the NDA in Kaduna, and kill military officers inside, abducting military officers inside, means Nigeria is already at the cliff. The insecurity level in Nigeria has grown so high. It has never grown this high since the onset, since 1960 to date. Some people are saying this is the worst government ever, and that's what the governor of Benue State said, that this government is the worst government ever, because we have seen things that have not happened in Nigerian history before. How can Nigeria be so corrupt? How can Nigeria be so insensitive? Looking at how school children in secondary schools are being kidnapped, they are now the ones suffering the failure of Nigerian government. Look at how bandits have the boldness to go into military academies to wage war, making known that they can enter anywhere when they feel like and how they feel like. This is the worst government. A government like this, if time is not taken, the bandits will start negotiating on how to take territories, or what happened in Afghanistan when the Taliban overtook the government might happen in Nigeria. But we don't pray for things like that. We pray that Nigeria remains one, and we pray that the insecurity goes away and Nigeria becomes secured once again. Well, what are your thoughts and opinions? Leave them down in the comment section below. And if you're coming here for the first time, you're welcome to Gleanful. This is the right platform for you, where you get updated with all our news. Just subscribe to this channel, hit that bell by the side, and you will be updated whenever we drop our daily content. So just keep watching Gleanful, and God bless you.